All right, y'all. So a lot of you guys are running a race that you have no idea where your target is. You're running a race and you literally have no idea where the finish line is. It's because you failed to set goals. So I want to make this video all about how to actually set goals and how I get prepared for my new year, because we are almost there and the time is now. So get your pen and paper because we're going to need it. And you know, on this channel, we tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So we're not going to wait until January 12th to have a vision party. No, we're not going to wait until we're in April to say, oh, I want to start writing down my goals. No. The biggest thing you can do to actually set yourself up for a new year is start now. Start today, right? So I want to walk you guys through how I goal set and how I prepare my team for a new year, because I think it can help you on getting motivated. The first thing is I have a journal. I write down the same 10 goals every single day. Listen, I'm tired of writing down those goals. But you know, the crazy thing is the other day I looked on my affirmation wall with the goals that I have, and I saw that I hit a lot of the goals and I didn't even realize I hit the goals. So secretly, by writing down all these 10 goals, I'm programming myself to know, like, hey, every day you wake up, you after something, you're chasing something, there is something you're manifesting. How many of you guys are like, oh, we about to go and we gonna get in real estate next year, we about to go and we gonna start trading, but you never write it down, or you never like make it a point to make the actual goal real? We can say anything and do nothing, but it's something about writing something down every day that really holds you accountable for what you're saying. And every time somebody comes in my house, because my affirmation board is on the back of my door, they actually read my goals. So now I really got to do them, right? So it's just like a check and balance thing. I just don't think goals are real until you write it down. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is, I believe as an entrepreneur or even in your personal life, you need to have what we call a family meeting. So in my business, our family meeting happens 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, because I want to see if my team is committed to go another 365 days with me. It's one thing to grind out with me for a year. It's another thing to say you want to be here, that you're up for the challenge. But the biggest thing is, are you committed to the process? Are you committed to when this company might have a rough patch? Are you committed to know when we're actually doing great? Are you committed through it all? And a lot of times, like, especially being somebody who now employs people, I wish my boss would have asked me this: Raquel, are you committed to the process of me growing in business? A lot of times when you own a company, or when you're the head of your own household and you're, always on go, sometimes you can miss stuff. And it's important to hear from your children or your staff that, hey, I would like if you did this differently, or this made me really happy, because that was what makes people want to be around you. And that's what makes people want to stay committed. So that is the second thing I do as a business owner. And if you're not a business owner, I would recommend doing this with your family, because families being on the same page is just as important as your business or your employees being on the same page. It's the same thing. We're a family going after a common goal. So once my staff tells me if they're committed, if we're rocking for another year, I then have a separate meeting with my manager, and she's the most important part to the puzzle. So if she's not happy, we need to figure out how we can make her happy. And I like to hear from her to know now that our team says they're committed or not committed, how do we adjust? What do we do differently? How can we become better, right? And then once we establish all those strengths, I like to set my goals based on the metrics of the world I'm in. And when I first started setting goals, I was like writing down all of my goals, just like periodically just writing down the goals. And then I had no action plan on when I was going to achieve the goal, how much time I actually needed for the goal. So I think it's important that we set goals that are going to be based on seasons. When you think about your goals, I always like to front load the harder goals in the beginning. How many of you can actually agree that we are like super motivated in the beginning? We are like, let's get it. Oh, we about to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. Oh, summer body. We got all these goals, right? So we are the most what's the word I'm looking for? We're most excited about things in the beginning of the year. New me. We got all these sayings. So I like to put all the harder goals in the beginning of my year. So first quarter, everything that requires my attention for real, I put in the first quarter, because I am all gas, no brakes in the first quarter. I execute to the fullest extent. I'm motivated. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm ready for another great year. In the second quarter, I write down all the goals that are going to mirror the first quarter. So I know that in the first quarter, I put all my heavy hitters, but what type of follow-up do I need to make sure that these goals are going to be able to sustain themselves? I'm going to be able to keep the momentum going. So I try to make my second quarter goals reflect that. Second quarter is like my maintenance quarter. Can I maintain what I already did? And then the third quarter is really when I know that, do we have to shift this into fifth gear? Or do we need to call in backup? Like, what kind of reinforcement we need? Those are my third quarter goals. Those are the goals that tell me, okay, we need to pivot. We need to do something different. We're on track. We need help. Those are goals that I ask myself questions in my goals. So it's not just, I want to be a millionaire. Is, how do I become a millionaire if this happens? What changes if this happens? I made a goal of this, but this plan is not working. So how do I pivot? I write my goals down so specific, because even when things are not going right for me, I need a plan. When I reevaluate things in the third quarter, I already have a plan on how I navigate through troubled waters. I set myself up for that already, right? So breaking it up in quarters, it allows me my strengths, my maintenance periods, my pivots, my tie it all together, which is the fourth quarter, where I look at my whole entire year, see what loose ends that I didn't complete, and then I execute that to a full level, because fourth quarter also brings a different grind to me as well. And doing things like this and planning it this way has really helped me to execute on a different level, because I know that this quarter requires this version of me, this quarter requires this version, and so forth and so on. I'm not now just looking at a goal list and thinking that I'm just going to hit every goal periodically. Every part of life has a season. Every part of your life, you're either going through something, there's a transition. So why not set your goals up in reflection of that? We are not always going to be in the greatest mood. We're not always going to be that happy. Our money is not always not going to be funny, right? We go through things as humans. So understanding how to work through hard times and predicting that and setting a goal for that. Hey y'all, sorry to interrupt your episode, but I want to tell you something. If you're looking to build a business from start to finish, I would love to coach you. I will help you build this thing from start to finish, getting your LLC, your business address, your EIN number, you name it, I will help you do it. I know building a business can be completely hard and it can be stressful, but I want to coach you to get you to the finish line so you can go ahead and get funding for your business. So if this is you, click the link below and let me coach you on how to take your business from 0 to 6 figures today. Don't wait. Look, I want to coach you and I want to help you excel and achieve everything you're looking for in your business. All right, let's get back to the episode. As day one of the new year starts, I'm starting. I'm not setting it up. I'm not waiting for the vision board party. I'm not waiting for it to be cool to start setting goals. I'm setting it up as soon as the year begins. Oh, I need all my days to count. I need every single day that I'm after this journey to count. And it doesn't happen if I don't start strategically planning before the actual event. So I just wanted to share with you guys and make you guys understand that if you are prepared for anything, you'll exceed everything. You'll accomplish everything. There's nothing you won't be able to do. But if you don't write down a roadmap to your success, how exactly are you going to get there? We can no longer just say we're going to do things and don't actually do it. We can no longer say, oh, well, next year I'm going to be in real estate. Next year we open up a business. Next year I'm going to save more. Next year, but you never wrote a roadmap at all on how you're going to get there. You never planned it out. You never said, all right, when I'm tired, I'm going to have to look at this so I know that I can't be tired. You know, this is what helps people keep going and getting past the rough times, and when the mud starts getting a little muddy, you know, because you already planned for this. This was already written down. This was already Bible. So I think that if you guys are one of those people that's waiting for that cool little vision party to start, for you to start setting your goals, do yourself a favor and start today. Get a paper, write first, second, third, and fourth quarter, and write down all the things you plan to execute. And look, it doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't necessarily have to revolve around anyone else. Your goals can simply be, I want to work on the fact of reading. I want to start going to church. I want to be able to navigate through hard times, so when challenges arises, I'm not set back. You know, the goals can be anything. Just make sure that you are creating your roadmap and asking yourself, are we committed to the process? I know, who say, I want to be in the gym for the rest of the year and lose this, and never write that down. So you know dang on the well it's not going to happen, right? I'm telling you, everything I've achieved up to this point is written in stone. I wrote it, so I had to achieve it because that means something to me. So get your new year started today. Don't wait until the new year to start. I'll see you guys in another episode.